or we wake up depressed or whatever, then we get the chance to keep switching it as we go through. The more aware I am of what's happening to me, the quicker I can switch. Am I always going to be depressed on occasions? Yes. Am I always going to get angry on occasions? Yes. Am I always going to feel upset? Yes. But now I can do it in seconds and switch it, as opposed to staying angry the rest of my life.
What would you do to switch it? You want to handle that one, Val?
Yeah, well, to switch it, I always start with a breath. I take a breath because a breath connects me with, the life spirit, the life force, whatever we want to call that, the power, God. That taking a breath kind of just makes me feel calmer. It reminds me that I am a human being, and it reminds me that I have a choice.
Now, do you two ever just sit together and just say, let's breathe, let's take a breath?
Yes, we do. Well, if we're not doing this to each other, yes, we're taking a deep breath. Because working together is interesting.
We like to start the day off with a walk, if possible. If we're together and we like to go for a walk in the forest preserve. It's amazing how just kind of connecting with the earth, with the beauty is huge. And that's kind of empowering, and that's a powerful force to help us through the day.
Well, I've just met you this evening, and one thing that I noticed very quickly is you both have a great sense of humor.
Yes.
And you want to, I hope someday down the road you'll talk about humor in the workplace or humor in life. You want to talk about?
Yeah, humor is huge. Now, Jeff has got this amazing sense of humor. I'm a little bit more serious, so I kind of, it takes, well, I think I'm getting better though, don't you think?
Well,
yes,
right. I mean, yes.
So,
yes, my queen. Yes. Whatever you say.
Humor is everything. And what I've noticed, though, sometimes if we have an argument, and the arguments tend to be the same one that we had in 1970s, basically the same one in different clothes today. And what I've noticed is that sometimes I will have this little bubble of humor coming up, and my ego or my feeling of, just not wanting to play the game will try and force it down. Now that I have awareness, I just allow it to come up, because it's really great to giggle.
Yeah. Well, and there's positive hormonal changes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
So I think see if you agree with me, but if you have humor in your life, you're less inclined to need to switch. And
yes.
You could be at a good place, but humor takes you even a higher place.
Oh, it does.
Absolutely. I mean, laughter is they say laughter is the greatest medicine, because of what it does to you. You live longer. It allows those chemicals to surge through your body that are
gets rid of the stress.
Absolutely.
And the toxins, the toxins that are poisonous to us, because when we're stressed out, our body releases hormones that toxics to our brain and our body.
Yep.
Right.
Now, are you teaching a workshop at Infinity?
Yes.
Yes.
You want to talk a little bit about your workshop?
Well, I think we're actually going to be talking about laughter in this workshop. It's the winner's attitude, and we're also going to, because we do a workshop which is called Laughter, the Real Medicine. So we're going to bring
I'm totally unaware of that.
We almost can't help incorporating it into everything that we do, because it is so important.
Yeah. Well, and it was, I knew you 5 minutes, and I could see this is a couple with a great sense of humor.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, is the winner's attitude about winning and losing?
No.
Right.
We had a real problem with the title. When we wrote the book, McGraw-Hill said, yeah, this is a great book, but we want to change the title to The Winner's Attitude.
What was the original title?
Switch.
Oh.
Just a one word,
Okay.
so we thought switch.
Because the winner implies loser.
Yes.
Because it's a yin-yang thing.
Yeah.
And I didn't want people to lose. I mean, nobody loses unless they decide that they've lost.
Yes.
So, and they said, no, this is really the thing that you need is the winner's attitude. You've got to have that one, because it'll spark interest. And so we went along with it. But it's got nothing to do with losers. Everybody is a winner. Everybody is gorgeous. Everybody's fabulous. Everybody's talented.
Well, I remember what Dalai Lama said: when you lose, don't lose the lesson.
Right.
And so if you get the lesson, you're a winner, because you've matured or evolved.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We're learning all the time. All the time.
Okay. do you find that some people enjoy being in their animal brain?
Yes.
Oh,
Can you describe a person who's in their animal brain and enjoy it?
Well, I mean, I've been in my animal brain sometimes and enjoyed it. I mean, I have to be honest with you. There are times when being in the animal brain just seems so much easier when we're in that place. And once that I recognized, though, that I was in that place, I just did not want to be in it anymore because it's so stressful and nobody enjoys being around people who are like that.
and it goes back to what you were saying, Jay. When you're angry, your immune system can close down completely.
Sure.
For minutes on end.
And we get cut off from our feelings because when
Right.
we're angry or stressed, our body produces stress analgesia, which numbs us so we can't feel, so we're not
Right.
using that part of our intelligence.
I know
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
incredible what we do to ourselves. Yeah.
And I just want to hold up the book. Talk a little bit about the subtitle.
Yeah. Change how you deal with difficult people and get the best out of any situation. Yeah.
Well, because, unless you're lying in bed all day, you're going to meet people. And
Yes.
people are interesting things.
Yeah.
They're either really great, there's certain people that you meet and very quickly you go, oh, I like this one.
Yeah, like I did with you.
Right. We're giving off these wonderful, wonderful vibes. And there's other people that you look at and go, oh, I'm not sure about you yet. And that's what we want to concentrate on, because everybody is this amazing thing. Once you don't take things personally, get out of your head and be with people. The times that I've had first impressions on people and went, I don't think I'm going to like you. And then they've actually turned out to be the best people I've ever wanted to be with. So I'm always looking at how do I handle the difficult situations. And of course, when you were talking about customers, we're dealing with corporations all the time who are dealing with very angry customers.
Especially in today's economy.
Yeah.
Yeah, things aren't too good. So of course, poor customer service people get tattooed with insults and upset. And so how do we handle that and still walk away at the end of the day feeling good?
I think one of the big keys on that of handling a difficult person is recognizing that at some level we ourselves are being difficult. Because I've noticed that if people want to get great customer service or have a great relationship, then we are the ones that have to look for that within ourselves and what you see what you're looking for. And I don't really believe that there can be one difficult person alone, that the other person is not in some way contributing to that difficulty.
Right.
So it's recognizing that within ourselves, and as you said to begin with, we are the change that we want to see in the world. It all begins with each one of us.
Well, societies, the jobs are more service related.
Yes.
Right.
And so, service involves people-to-people contact, providing some type of service. If we can't make our customers or our corporations happy, we're going to be out of a job.
Right.
And everybody's doing it. We go in and talk to the IT people in departments because they've actually got to go out and talk to their customer, which is their colleagues who are trying to work their computer. Everybody has to have human interactive skills because, as you say, everything's a service now, everything that we do. So how do we do it in a great way? And the biggest key, of course, is if I take it personally, I'm going to have a problem. If I see it for what it is and become the observer, not the absorber, then I can see, wow. When you observe other people fighting and arguing, you can see exactly what's going on because you're just observing. So your brain is clear, you can go, and look, and she did, and he said, that wasn't a good... But when you're doing it, whoa, it's a different story. You can't see the wood for the trees or whatever that is. So we've got to get people to start to become the observer of the situation, not being absorbed by it, because every time I take it personally, I lose. And plus I get upset, miserable, angry, my immune system closes down, I get headaches, stomach aches, all kinds of stuff.
Well, it's interesting because in therapy, the most difficult type of